Live from Atlanta, Georgia, from the Fox 5 studios, you're watching Good Day Atlanta.
We're going to catch up with him a little bit later. What an interesting and talented guy. Time is 7:50, still ahead on Good Day. You've met all of the requirements and earned that cap and gowns. But what next? When we return, some expert tips for recent grads who are about to face the real world.
Well, many students are wrapping up their college careers and ready to begin their professional lives. But with a faltering economy and an ultra-competitive job market, new college grads need all the advice they can get. Here with some advice this morning, J. Steve Miller, author of Enjoy Your Money, How to Make It, Save It, Invest It, and Give It. Steve, good morning to you. What a pleasure to have you here.
Good morning. Thanks, Mark.
All right, it's college graduation season. These young folks, wow, are ready to hit the streets and to begin entry into the real world. But wow, is it going to be tough?
Well, tough in a sense, but there are a lot of jobs out there.
Okay.
I think one mistake they make is sometimes they're just going for the jobs that are advertising, and there are often jobs there where nobody's advertising, or there will be shortly. And so there are just a lot of counterintuitive tips that can give people the advantage in getting these jobs.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about some of those tips to help them. And first, landing that first job, you said consider some of the counterintuitives, but you want that resume to stand out as well.
Well, you do. I have one son, Benji, who started studying auto mechanics when he was in high school. He went to a local auto mechanics dealership and began putting in a resume, but he didn't just do that. He kept going back and checking on it. It's another counterintuitive. People think they don't want to bug the employees and employers, but go in, talk to them regularly, and eventually they discover, oh, well, you're a person I could work with. They're more likely to hire you. But he did this on his resume. He worked for an auto mechanics place for a year, then visited a friend in L.A., discovered the girls were great looking, the weather was great. He said, I've got to move out here, had no contacts. But we worked up a little resume for Benji, one page, but instead of just saying, here is the person that you can contact, instead we got a little blurb, a little quote with the hiring person in mind. The people who are hiring, they're afraid, not that you don't have the skills, they're afraid that you'll be obnoxious to work with, that you won't show up. So we got a quote from a person saying, Benji is a hard worker, he shows up every day on time. Another one said he's a pleasure to work with. They said all the things that an employer wants to hear. So they had a quote from these people they had worked with, and they knew, hey, here's a person who would be fun to work with, and he learns.
Good idea. All right, let's talk a little bit about another tip. Now, don't wait for that dream job.
True. Warren Buffett, one of the two wealthiest guys in the United States, everybody wants to know how he invests. What we ought to be looking at are his early years, from ages 6 to probably 17. What he did is he just did all kinds of jobs that anybody could do. He'd go out and find golf balls and resell them. He did paper routes, hired others to work under him doing paper routes. Jobs that anybody could do, but in doing that, he learned what he liked, what he hated, what he was good at, what he was bad at, what he enjoyed, and that way he could narrow down what to do in future jobs. Also, just by getting a job doing something, again, you build that resume for future employers to look at.
Experience counts. All right, financial success. Commit yourself early. Small investments will pay off, and because you can never go back and start saving again.
That's true. And Buffett figured it out at about age 10. He caught a vision for his finances and realized that if you could get compounding working for you, even small amounts of money would just snowball eventually. If you're 20 years old and you begin putting aside just $20 a week, you say, well, I work, I have expenses, at the end of the week I don't have anything. Okay, mow a yard, babysit, get $20, then save that. Every week, by the end of a year, you've got over $1,000. You keep saving $20 a week, and at just the market average, 10%, you don't have to beat the market. Just put it in there, invest it. In your 60s, you'll be a millionaire.
Wow.
It's just a little bit, but start saving. You can save something.
Every little bit counts. All right, Steve, thank you so much. Enjoy Your Money is the name of the book. How to Make It, Save It, Invest It, and Give It. A fun, fast, and practical read, and makes so much sense. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
All right, it has practical advice in the book, and it'll help grads begin to maintain a solid financial future. For more info, visit our website at myfoxatlanta.com. You'll find the link on the Good Day page. 7:58, your time.